Hello, and welcome everyone to episode 13 of Rollin' Heavy. I am your host, Big D, joined as always by brother, good friend, the notorious BOF. How are you tonight, my friend?
Doing well, sir. How about you?
I'm good. I'm feeling pretty good today.
Nice.
Been a little sore, worked out a little more this week than usual, but
Yep.
feeling good overall.
Nice. Well, sore is the sign of progress, right?
Yes, and training in class this week, I was ultra sore.
Right.
It was not pleasant. So, for those
Which
that
is, w-
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, luckily, class was not super intense this week, so
No, it wasn't as far as like moving our bodies around. Like I'm not trying to sweep you
yep.
type deal. It was more intense in the cardio. I felt I was exhausted by the end. I think
No, yeah,
I was more sweaty than usual.
yeah. No, I get the cardio thing. And the moves, here's, I was. It's nice to see. So why don't you kind of go a quick run through of kind of what class was, and then I'm going to jump in with my "this is how cool I am" thing.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna give a little pretext here. Um, so those who haven't been listening, we made the decision at the end of the year last year that we wanted to compete at some point this year. We are looking at a local tournament at the beginning of July, so we've got roughly 7 months to prepare. And this was week one of getting into competition shape, essentially. So yeah, so we did go to class this week. Our drill this week was a speed pass. So if you don't know, this is how it was explained to us. You might know it as something different, but a speed pass is basically you are in their guard, you back up, so their feet are either flat on the ground or they're kind of in a reverse turtle position. So their back is on the mat and their knees are up to their chest, or they have their feet planted. Their feet are planted. You basically grab their knees, chuck them to one side, step around, and then you can go like straight to knee on belly. The other variation is if they have their knees up, kind of in a reverse turtle, you can kind of row their leg past you. So you basically grab their ankle and their pants up by their knee, and then you pull it past your hip as you're stepping across that side of their body, and then you can go straight to knee on belly there. If they fight you a little bit, you can actually pull it closer to your hip and step in and uh, trap their ankle and leg kind of over your knee that would be posted right behind their butt. And then from there, you should be able to easily pass into side control. So that was the technique for the week, and I can't wait to hear your genius.
Well, no, it's nice to see stuff that you practice on outside of the gym kind of show up in the gym
Yeah,
and be like, hey, like I know these moves, I know this move, I know this move, because that's like speed passing, guard passing, especially what we practice with this week. Um, is is one is an entire day. Well, not an entire day. Well, yeah, it's an entire day. I have five different kind of solo drills that I do. One day is guard passing, using my heavy bag, and a lot of the moves that we did Thursday was the exact same moves that I practice on my heavy bag. So
yeah,
I'm like, hey, like I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this, and so the moves the step in and stuff like that was like I'm like, hey, this is all right. This is kind of all right, and it's nice to be able to practice that in the gym to kind of get at least the footwork, down.
yeah, yeah.
But then, obviously rolling with a heavy bag and rolling with a live person is quite a bit different. So, you know, when I rolled with my heavy bag, it's not gonna be like, oh, maybe you're kind of a little off balance. You're a little bit this, because you gave me some good pointers when I was like, hey, you're kind of leaving over a little bit too. I could have just grabbed you and pulled you right down. When
Yep.
you
Yep.
come over, maybe do this, maybe be up a little bit more. And so it's nice to go in and not have to like have a little bit of the muscle memory as far as footwork already good to go,
Right.
and then um, just to kind of polish it a little bit. Obviously, nothing I have is polished, but to get some of the dirt and kind of weed off the stuff that I'm doing wrong. Okay, I do need to. And I came home and honestly this morning, that's what I did this morning. I'm like I'm gonna make sure that when I hit the knee on belly, I'm gonna be in kind of more of a stable position. So
Yep.
anyway, so that was just nice to show up outside of the gym, show up inside of the gym of something that's actually jujitsu related. So
Yeah, it's nice when because I've just recently started looking at solo drills and stuff that we can do on non-training days because unfortunately you and I are, I don't want to say fully responsible, but we'll go with somewhat responsible adults. And we
I would agree. I would agree with that. I would say yes, somewhat responsible.
yes, not fully responsible, no, but
No, I still do.
somewhat responsible.
I do. Here's the thing. I agree that we are mostly responsible because I do more non-dumb shit than dumb shit. So,
And we've grown in that aspect.
yes. Oh,
Leaps
yes.
and bounds. If this was us 10 years ago, we're doing dumb shit all the time.
Oh, I'm dumb shit. Yeah. All day, every day.
It's amazing what family life will do to your your
Mm-hmm.
your ability to do dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or I shouldn't
It
say
gets
ability. I shouldn't say ability. It's your drive.
your want to do dumb shit.
Yes.
You get smarter. That's just it. You get smarter once you have a family, and probably because they're telling you you're doing dumb shit all the time. So, oh,
Fair,
thanks. You're
fair.
right. Nope, yeah, you're right. That was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. No,
Yeah.
why would I do?
What would my wife think if I did this?
I just recently found out last Friday that I'm a dumb parker. I didn't realize how dumb of a parker I am.
Okay.
Because
Please enlighten me.
Parker, when I say Parker, I mean parking the car in a
I
parking lot.
I assumed so.
I didn't realize that I've never questioned why I park in a spot until last week. We were so we went to a local comedy club and then out to dinner. Um,
Okay.
kind of pawned off the kids to the grandparents and then went to the comedy club and into dinner, which was a nice night out.
Yeah.
And then I parked the car and my wife asked me, "Why are you parking here?" I said, Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I don't know. I must be a terrible parker. I've never questioned why I park in a parking space. I park and then I walk in. Now I'm going to question every time. So every
So
time I park,
so
every time
what was wrong with the parking spot? Like what made it a bad parking spot?
I didn't do the pull through.
Okay. Which is different
And
than the
so
pull out.
yeah, no, that's how you don't get if you do the
So
pull out, you don't get more cars.
yeah,
So
that's true.
I did the pull in, and she was probably worried that we're coming home with another like a tiny little like hybrid. We were bringing home a Prius or something
Yeah.
because
So did you have to pull in and then pull out a little bit, then pull in and then pull out a little bit, just
I
to get it just right
I did
before
I
she
pulled
was
it and then I
satisfied?
pulled it and then I pulled it again and then I pulled it out and then I spit on the car so it would fit into the parking spot a little bit better
Gotcha.
and
Gotcha. Luckily, it was raining that day.
yeah, so it was already wet. It was already wet out there. So, and then we got into the parking space. I'm like, "Is this okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, well, it's a tight parking spot, and or it's a tight parking lot, and backing out might not be great. I'm like, you know what? I'm glad that you were pointing this out to me.
Now I have to. Was she satisfied with the parking job when you were done, or was it just like, yeah, this is fine?
No, she had a cigarette. She must have been good.
Okay, okay, perfect. So you did a good
And
job.
but then she told me to go make her a sandwich. So I'm like, all right, I guess we're going to dinner, but I guess I'll make you a sandwich too. So she
Luckily,
seemed,
I keep one in the glove box.
yep. You don't become a super heavyweight to not have a sandwich on hand at all times. Here's my sandwich.
And you can do that because it's wintertime and the car's always cold. It's like it's in the refrigerator at all times.
Yep, all the time.
Exactly.
So now, but now I question my parking ability. So every time I park someplace, I'm like, does this look like a good? I get out of the car and I do a complete 360. Does this look like a good parking spot? And then I send her the picture because I want to make sure.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, you're just learning, right?
I am. I am. I am
You've been
now.
oblivious until now.
I am now parking. I am now parking spot insecure.
That's right, but you're getting better.
Like, is it big enough? Is this spot big enough? I don't know.
Is this
Luckily, we got
luckily you
we
got
got
what?
kind of an we got an SUV, so really it's more the girth that I think is better than the length of the car.
Well,
So
that's what's important, right? I mean,
yeah. Here's the thing: the car might not be able to touch the bottom of the tuna can, but it'll get all the sides.
which is fair. I mean,
Yeah.
why are you
Totally
driving
fair.
your car into a tuna can? I don't know.
Hey, who doesn't?
But hey,
Remember that we're a jiu-jitsu podcast?
yeah, this has been Rolling Heavy After Dark.
Uh-huh. Welcome.
We do occasionally talk about jujitsu, but most of the time we just make innuendos about cars. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
Intro. The first 5 minutes, the intro will always be jujitsu related. The rest of the show, you know what? It's a surprise.
I
So
really
you're
should just say
welcome.
we're a variety podcast because you really never
We
know
are.
what you're gonna get.
You really don't.
I mean, we'll talk
We're
about jujitsu, and then for the next half an hour, we're talking about WWE superstars.
yep. We're a box of chocolates.
Except you always kind of know what you're gonna get.
You do. Remember how we were talking about we're not that dumb?
Yeah.
We're proving our point. We're not proving our point.
Well, I wouldn't say it's we're less dumb. We're not dumb
and I
enough to
think
the point where we're regularly doing stupid shit.
and I think you were talking more physical than maturity. Like we don't do dumb shit being dumb physical shit. We're both 12.
Oh,
At
absolutely.
mature levels. Obviously we're making car jokes. But physically we're not as dumb. First off, I can't.
No.
My body can't recover from dumb stuff.
That's fair. I mean, me either. Like the older we get, I can't bounce back like I can when I was 20.
Nope. I'm not rubber anymore.
No, and unfortunately, you made a Lego set of yourself, so you're kind of bits and pieces stuck together.
I am. Yeah, like where I used to be rubber, you could throw me against the wall and I'd bounce right back. I'm one of those things that kind of sticks and just kind of rolls down the wall
Yeah,
now.
I have the visual now. All right, so how do I don't even know how I don't even.
Competitions and what we're doing and what did you say about tacos?
I love tacos.
Me too. I could go for a taco right now.
I could. I haven't had a taco in a long time. But that's a podcast for another day.
Sorry, that's what I thought. That's what I thought you were going to say before I rudely interrupted you.
Nah, it's fine. So, yeah, training. We're now training multiple days a week outside the gym as well as going to the gym twice a week to train. With holiday and everything this week, we were only able to make it one time this week, but Um, one time's better than no times. And I don't know about you, but I've actually done a pretty good job of sticking to my training regimen outside of the gym. How about you?
Yeah, pretty good. I voted today be a rest day. We just talked about my body not recovering that well.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, today everything hurt. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna. I did some light. I did some light, just like light cardio, light steady rate cardio,
Yep.
uh, or steady pace cardio, but nothing heavy, no hit, no AMRAP, no EMOM stuff. Just kind of, I hit the I have a rower, so I hit the rower and just kind of did a nice steady pace on that for about 15-20 minutes, and then got the blood going, got the blood flowing.
Yeah.
It will got blood into those sore muscles, and that was, I'm like, you know what, that's gonna be good for me today. How about so? As far as like rest
Yeah.
of the week, I'm
Yeah. So what
wait.
do you
So
do on your day to day? Like what's like take me through kind of your training regime for a non-gym day.
so non-gym day. So Monday, Tuesday, non-gym day. So Netflix just put on these workouts, some like 10, 20, 30 minute workouts.
Yeah.
So I've been checking those out. So a gym day, I will do a 20-minute workout in the morning and then class at night. Non-gym day, I do a 30-minute workout. Um, then after I do my 30-minute workout, I'll go in, do some of the solo drills that we've talked about, and then that night I will do um, just like some strength training at nighttime. So I'm doing something. So so every day I'm doing something in the morning, and then at night in the evening before, about an hour before I go to bed.
Okay. Okay.
So and the morning workout is EMOMs and ANRAPs and hit stuff that's very cardio. Like it's not cardio, it's not running, it's not sprints, it's
Right.
not elliptical, but it's doing stuff that's kind of, to me, feels more rolling, like is more like rolling, because you're
Okay.
doing you're doing a physical activity and your heart racing at the same time, which is much like rolling, right? You're doing all these physical things and your heart keeps. So doing that type of stuff helps me. Okay, what do I need to do as far as my breathing goes?
Right.
What does my breathing kind of pace need to be, so that I don't gas out super fast when I'm doing these things, and then I can bring that to class twice a week. Okay, hey, I've been trying these breathing techniques. Maybe I need to do this while I'm rolling, so that I can still stay active and not gas out right away.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that I mean that's a lot of workout.
It is
Um
a lot of workout. Problem I found is I'm not, obviously, help starts in the kitchen, right? And um I need to increase my calorie intake to keep up that pace. By the time I'm done at night, I'm like, I'm starving again, and I'm like, I need like a meal. I should just go get a pizza. I'm just gonna go get a pizza, but I don't go
Yum.
get a pizza. I don't go get a pizza. I have kind of a post workout protein shake, um, but I need, and that's part of, getting ready for a competition, right? Everything's got to be kind of dialed in. Diet,
Yep.
you know, nutrition, cardio, techniques, all these other things. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now, is getting all of that kind of like a breathing technique that's going to work out for rolling, get obviously technique that's going to work out while we're going to class,
Yep. Yep.
then just get all kind of my body in into that mindset, all, when things get tough, we don't shut down. This is kind of what we do, you
It's
know.
it's kind of I'm kind of tracing it back to like football. We had a lot of the same football coaches growing up, and one of the biggest things they would say is don't think, react, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
it's building that muscle memory. You're doing the same motion 100 times a week in practice, right?
Yep.
And so when you are exhausted, your body just knows what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's like
I think that's a good way to do it. For those people that don't know, uh what was it, EMOM and AMRAM and
Imam Amrap hit
Zippity Doo Dah?
Zippity Doo Dah, and then finally you just do a day. So Imam, obviously, every minute on the minute is what Imam means. So it's like every minute you're doing it different. You're doing something different. You might be okay. This we're doing side lunges, and then a minute from there you're gonna do um one of the workouts which I've never done before, which is a real I like it a lot now that I'm doing it. It's called a quadruped, which is really good for hip flexibility.
Okay.
Uh, I'll show it to you on Monday when we go to class. It's a really, really good one for kind of like to get your hips, strengthen up your hips, but obviously, and open them up and get them more flexible.
Yeah, that'll be beneficial to me because my hips are garbage. I'm not flexible through my hips at all.
No, you're not Shakira.
I am not
Your hip,
Shakira. My hips lie.
your hips are lying.
my
My,
man, it's surprising that my pants aren't on fire.
I was gonna say, boy, if there was any time there was pants on fire, it is now because those hips they lying.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to start training no gi because I'm not gonna be able to keep my gi pants on.
Yeah, it's I think yeah. Thanks for the kick in the hamstring, by the way. On
Yeah,
the
yeah. No, that wasn't a kick. That was a knee. That was a total knee.
oh, a kick probably would have been better.
Hey, professor said, "Hey, pass it tight. You want to be tight going through there."
You do like a parking space.
Yep. Uh huh. And I
Um,
was tight going through there. Probably a little too tight.
you were, you were, you were pre-prison tight, so it was all right.
Anyways, so what
Anyway,
is
what were we talking?
AMRAP?
So Imam, every move, every minute on the minute. So every minute you're doing something different. AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. Some of it's every as many rounds as possible. So you set like you maybe have 3 moves that you're doing, and then you sit around for 5 minutes. So you're gonna do, let's say, 10 10 reps of this, 10 reps of this, 10 reps of this, and then start over 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. However many times you can do that in a
Okay.
round. And then, or there's one that's called AMRAP is also in different gyms that I've gone to is as many reps as possible. It all depends on the workout that you're doing.
Right.
So it's like you just pound out and then sometimes it's to failure. Sometimes you do it so it's you go to failure basically is what you're doing. But so that's what AMRAP means. At least on the Netflix ones, it's as many rounds as possible. Um, so you just keep going, 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 and it's like, and that's when I say round. So like once you do 3 things, that considers a round. Then you do all 3 again. There's round. Now you've done 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, blah blah blah,
Gotcha.
within 5 minutes, right? And then hit. Obviously, we talked about hit. I think when you were talking
Yeah, a
about
couple weeks ago.
your playing, high intensity training.
Yep.
And there's hit, and then there's hit. So there's the 2 I's, which is the high
Intensity
intense
interval training.
interval. This is just it. This is high in like you're not. It's just high intensity training. So there's no like interval. You're not doing like half and then go 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 half and then go 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 go. So regardless, I I felt it everywhere in
Yeah.
places that I didn't think I had anymore. I felt it. So and I still feel it today as we're sitting here talking. I felt it. I felt it. I
You
felt it.
felt it. You felt it.
I felt it. I felt it all over. So yeah. So how about you? What's your workout plan? I noticed you got a dummy.
I
and it
do.
wasn't me.
I do have a dummy. Um, and coming down to do the podcast, it actually scared the shit out of me. I walked down because
Did
it's
you
got.
clean that up?
No, I'm gonna get that when I go back. I
Okay.
just scooped it and put it in the litter box for now.
Oh, it's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
At least it's not on the floor.
No, not
That's how you
anymore.
get. That's how you get ants.
But yeah, it's got a white gi on. So as I was walking down the stairs and before I turned the light on, I'm like, what the hell? Like, who's on my floor? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I have a grappling dummy. so
Yeah, I
so
can see how that would.
yeah, it wasn't pleasant. I was like, oh shit, and it's like, oh yeah. So what I'm doing, I'm at least for this first 4 week period. So I sent you kind of what my monthly schedule looks like. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so what I'm doing is I'm focusing a lot on cardio, um, building up a sweat, getting just overall cardio fitness. So what I'm doing is I'm doing 5 minutes on the elliptical, and I kind of increase intensity as I go. So my first 5 minutes is pretty light. It's kind of like a warm up. Like I'll stretch and do some of that stuff before I actually get started, but the first 5 minutes is pretty slow pace just to kind of get the blood flowing a little bit. So I'll do my 5 minutes and then I will hop off. I've got my mats right down here on the floor with the grappling dummy, and then I will go into a technique, and then I will do a certain number of uh, reps per technique. So for instance, yesterday I did 5 minutes on the elliptical, and then I got off, and then I did 20 scissor sweeps. So I did 10 one direction, 10 the other direction. Took a minute break, uh, got some water, hopped back on the elliptical for 5 more minutes, then increased the intensity on the elliptical. Got my lungs pumping a little more, heart rate going, hopped off, and then I did some of the speed passing, which when I was already tired was hard. And it's kind of hard to do with the a dummy. My dummy doesn't weigh a whole lot. I didn't fill it with anything heavy, so it's just more there for practicing techniques and for me to do stuff around. So I did the rowing pass, so where you took the leg and you rode it past and then stepped around and went to knee on belly. So and then I did that 10 times each side. Took a break, back on the elliptical, increased my intensity again, and then I did 20 knee on belly transitions. So I started on my knees in side control, hopped up to knee on belly, swapped. So did a windshield wiper, went to the other side, back down to side control, hopped up, and then went back and forth, and I did that 10 times each side. And then back on the elliptical for another 5 minutes to finish the workout, and then stretching and stuff afterwards to cool down. So,
Nice.
so yeah, I mean, 20 minutes of full cardio, but broken up with solo drills in between. So that's what I did. Oh, and then I worked in the warm up. What did we do? The sideways, whatever the heck he called them.
Bridges.
Yeah, the sideways bridge. So bridge all the way up to your opposite shoulders.
Mm-hmm. The awkward bridge. The.
Basically, the bridge you do when you're mounted,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just trying to do whatever you can to move them and get them out of the way, get them off the top.
Yeah. 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 No, that was a tough one.
But it's great. I felt it all through my quads, all through like my core. Like it's great because I think that's where I'm very strong there anyways, but it's a different motion.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives me a little added flexibility, I guess. And
Yeah,
that
for
that
sure.
muscle memory is going to help a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, even just doing that and then going to set up like a scissor sweep, if I can bridge and then shrimp out that way.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm creating the space, and it should, in theory, make it a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
And
I'm freaking tired. Like, I'm sweating by the end. I don't know if you saw my Instagram post, but the dummy was on top of me, and I'm like, dummy got the best of me this week.
I did see that.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's tough, and I think right now the most important thing for me is building in the regularity. Uh, Holiday season, I got used to sitting on the couch, and we trained, I think, once a week on
Hmm.
average over the last 3 weeks. So I just got used to, oh, I'm gonna come home and sit on my butt, eat Cheetos, and watch TV.
Right.
I got out of the habit of wanting to do things to get better at jujitsu, and now this is kind of I guess the first week into getting back into it, and I've hit my schedule every day. Gonna work out tomorrow
Good.
morning. See if the little one wants to wrestle.
Nice.
He's like, maybe we'll see, Dad.
Well, and and here's the thing. I mean, get him in there, have him do some stuff. You know what? Let him teach him to do a couple moves on you. I mean, I've done that with my kid, and and maybe that sparks a passion in him where he really likes it, and he's 10, 15 years from now, he's a multiple time world champion because he rolled with his dad in the basement.
He trained with a heavy guy.
He changed with a heavy guy, and he's like, you know what? This isn't so bad.
Man, I'm working at 180 pounds. I've been throwing my dad around who's 300. This is easy.
This is easy. It's like, when does the hard stuff happen?
So we'll see. We'll see if he wants to come down and do some workout. If not, um, I'm good either way. So yeah. So tomorrow another workout day. Sunday is a another rest day before we get back into it on Monday.
Yep. Yeah,
But,
it sounds like a plan.
but I can say without a doubt I feel good about this week. You and I were both debating on training yesterday. Unfortunately, it just kind of wasn't in the cards for us. It didn't work out to get 2 training sessions in this week, but I'm looking forward to get back in class on Monday and
Uh-huh.
um, getting some rolling in. You can roll afterwards, right?
Yep.
Yep, getting some active rolling in, working on some drills and some techniques, and assuming we're not dead, depending on whatever the technique is we do.
Well, and even still, I mean, but I think that's going to be great. I honestly, I want to be dead.
Yeah,
I want to be dead, and then we can and then we can kind of decide what we want to do, right? If we're dead, maybe we just do. If we're already tired, you know what? Let's do some situational rolling. Since we're already tired, let's see how we can use to be in an uncomfortable situation when you're tired, right?
right.
If you're in an uncomfortable situation when you're still fairly fresh, it's easy to work your way out. Well, not easy, but
It's
you have more
easier.
you have more wits about you than like, hey, you know what? I know what I need to do. I still got a full gas can or a gas tank. I'm not tired. My muscle endurance is still there. What can I do? Now, when you've been rolling for 6 minutes and you're kind of tired and your
Yeah,
muscles are starting to cramp up a little bit and you're put in a really uncomfortable, maybe not a tap and not a tap snap or nap situation,
yeah.
but it's an uncomfortable situation, right? And which could lead easily to a tap snap or nap situation depending on
Y-
how
You're
you handle the
definitely more.
situation.
Yeah, you're definitely more susceptible to it the
Yeah,
more tired
yeah.
you are.
You are, and so how to kind of work your get because that's oh, more than anything that is just mental focus right there.
Right.
What did Coach Peck say? Mental something, I can't remember.
I don't either.
It was something like mental. Anyway, whatever. But anyway, it's you got to be mentally strong. In those situations, you have to be more mentally strong than physically strong in that situation,
Yes.
because you can easily be like, you know what, I don't feel like dying right now, so I'm just gonna uh, you in, dude. You know,
Yeah.
when because you're looking at the worst. This dude is gonna tap. This dude is gonna. He's choking me. Well, you see the one bad outcome, but there's 5 different escapes staring you in the face too. But you're like, I'm tired. This is what's gonna happen. So, and if class is not super intense and we're not dead, maybe we do, some kind of start what we did with this week. Kind of start on the knees and just do some active rolling and see what we can do.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down for it, and I can say without a doubt, active rolling is by far the best workout. These solo drills and cardio stuff and all that is great,
Yep.
but it's actually it's not even close to a substitute for the real thing.
No, no. Rolling with a live person is way better. And you know what? And I figured that out when I went and dug people up from the graveyard. They don't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I know you got a heavy bag, but I didn't know it was just like a dead body.
They're not so heavy anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, you failed to mention it was a body bag. Maybe I don't want to come and train at your house then.
It'll be fine.
Okay, okay.
I got candles. I have candles. I got candles lit. It's fine. It
just
doesn't smell like decomposition or anything like that.
just keep it in the bag, okay? Just keep it in the bag.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, how do you want to know? I mean, how do you want to know? Maybe this is where when you're doing a triangle, don't you want to look the skeleton in the face?
No, no, I don't. The cold dead face of my grappling dummy is enough.
Okay. Oh, so you want a fresh one? Cool. Let me know when you're coming over, and I'll get one.
Yeah, maybe I just triangle you, and we'll go from there. We don't need a dead body.
Good, good, good. Disclaimer: I have not dug up bodies from the graveyard, just in case anybody thought I
It's not really a thing.
have. Not a thing that I did do to bring home to grapple with. I I will post. You can check me out on the Notorious BOF on Instagram. I will post what I actually grapple with for my solo drills here in the next few days. But it is not a dead body.
So he says. Wait till he posts, and then you make the decision for
Make
yourself.
the decision for yourself. Wait till I post.
I think with that'll probably do it for this episode. Do you have any final thoughts for today?
Um, I don't. I mean, I don't know if I had any real thoughts before, but no, I think we've covered a lot. Just and you were starting to touch on it, like it's discipline, 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 sticking to the schedule. You know, that's the road to success. So do that.
Yep, same thing. For me, if anyone out there is like me, has a hard time getting into physical shape and being physically active, and you're just used to sitting on the couch eating Cheetos, watching TV, the best thing that you can do for yourself is just do something. Set yourself a schedule and stick to it. Even if it's getting on the couch and walking to the mailbox, awesome. That's
Mhm.
progress. Next
I
time, get off the couch, walk to the mailbox, and maybe walk around the block or walk to the corner and then back.
I actually saw something, and I think what you said is exactly is perfect. Um, but I saw kind of a post about a fitness in a trainer, and he's like, you know what, just do something, and even if it's just walking, do something. A lot of Fitbit. You can get a Fitbit at Walmart for $20 these days, right? Or a pedometer, right?
Hell, your phone
So
is a pedometer.
yeah, you so get your pedometer and then take your steps and then average what you walk. So take 7 days, average out what you walk per day in, the first week, because now you're so do your just whatever your standard walking is. Don't try to do more, don't try to do less, just do your standard walking, whatever you do in a day, right? Do that for 7 days. Now you've created a baseline. Now the next week, do 200 more steps per day, you know, and then get your average for that, and then do 200 steps per day for that, and then 200 steps per day for that, 200 steps per day for that, and then you're doing something,
Yeah.
and 200 steps isn't that much, that's maybe, a couple times around the house, if that. So start someplace.
Yeah, and like the thing for me is like I have to have a schedule. I have to know what I'm doing and I have to have a game plan or else I'm just gonna kind of not do anything. I'll run on the elliptical, maybe I'll half-ass some drills, but um if anyone's watching the live stream, I've got my training plan up here. It's a nice little spreadsheet that my camera doesn't want to focus on, and I have what I'm doing it. I have cardio in 5 minute intervals, followed by an exercise for so many reps each side, followed by cardio, followed by the reps. So I know exactly what I'm doing. I come off the elliptical, I know exactly what drill I'm going to. Go back, I know exactly what drill I'm going to. And I have it set out by day. I know what I'm doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right.
And
And I think that's great too. And like if you're and I think having a schedule is the one key to success, right? So once you've developed making physical activity a habit, now you know what? Hey, I want to work on this. So you know what? Make a schedule. You know what? I want to lose more fat, or I want to gain some muscle, which honestly go hand in hand, let's be honest. Then you know what? Then maybe that's when you make a schedule. On Mondays I do this, Tuesdays is this, Wednesdays is this. So, but
yeah, and for me, it's all about building that discipline. Is I need to do it. If I have a schedule, I can mark it off on my schedule. I can give myself a check mark for the day. I cross it out when I've done that workout, and I feel good about it. Um, and the nice thing is it's flexible. Like if we can't train on Monday, I can move my Tuesday workout, and then if we train on Monday, then you know, I don't have to. Or if we train on Wednesdays and Thursdays, like I can move the workouts around, but I have everything that I'm going to do set for the week.
yep.
And the first 4 to 5 weeks in trying to build a new routine are critical. If you can hit your goals and you can do those things that you want to do for those first 4 to 5 weeks, you will have um, you start to it's habit now. It's something that you've done it consistently, and now if you stop doing it, it's harder, right? It's harder to stop doing it once it's been part of your routine for 4 to 5 weeks. You've built that
Now you
habit.
feel like you're missing something. Yes, God, I need to do this. Like
Yes,
I'm missing something. Like my day's not complete. I didn't do that. I need to I
exactly.
need to I need to go and get this done.
Yeah, and
Actually, I
that's
don't actually I get to go get this done, I get to go get this done. If I haven't done it, shoot, I get to go do that right now.
yeah, exactly. Um, so that's my big goal right now is building in the habit of working out outside of training days. We've been going and training long enough that training weekly is part of my routine. And when we don't train, I hate it and I want to go train.
Yep, for sure.
Like that is habit. And right now, because we're just getting into it, this is week one of competition training, right? I'm highly motivated. I want to do these things. I'm sitting on the elliptical. I'm like, yes, I want to train. I want to be the best that I can be for this competition. And it's easy. It's easy for me to get off my butt and go downstairs, or get off my butt and go train, or do those things. And I'm hoping while in the high motivation phase, I'm able to build that discipline So when motivation does eventually wane, which it always will, especially over a period of 7 months, um, it's habit, and I'm able to just go in. I'm disciplined, and I get the workouts done, and I'm still getting more and more out of it.
So let's do this. Let's be I will be your accountability coach. You be my accountability coach. Let's say every night at what? What time do you usually work out?
I work out usually probably 4:45 till whenever I'm done, so about 6.
So if I text you every day 6:15, be like, workout done? And you'll be like, yes or no? Yes, I'll be like, good on ya. No? I'll be like, get your shit together.
Get it done.
Get it done.
Works for me.
And the same for me. So I work out at 4:15 a.m. and about 8:45 at night. So text me about 9:45 and be like, workout's done. Be like, yeah,
Man,
man.
9:45 is past my bedtime. Um,
So text.
I'll text
So
you at
text.
9:30 when I'm getting ready
Text.
for bed. Like,
Yeah.
you working out? You ready for bed? You going?
Yep. I'll be like, I'm going.
Yep, sounds
Yeah.
good. And then
Yeah.
we'll be responsible for each other dragging ourselves to the gym on those days where we're not feeling it.
Yep.
I like it. I think it's a
Done
good
and done.
plan.
Done and done. And if you don't have an accountability buddy, get one.
Accountability buddy.
Accountability.
And if you need an accountability buddy, I am more than happy to be your accountability buddy.
Me too. I'll
Um,
be a accountability buddy.
if you,
Buddy.
yeah, buddy, I'm not
Buddy.
your buddy guy.
I'm not your buddy guy. I'm
I'm
your
not your guy,
accountability buddy
friend.
guy.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody wants, somebody that they don't know or somebody that's going to hold you accountable, send us an email at rollinheavybjj@gmail.com, and we will be happy to be your accountability buddies.
Yep.
I will send you a message every day asking, did you get your training done? What did you do today?
Yep. Yep. And I'll do the same. Like, did you get your shit done? Nope. Get it done.
Get it done.
Get it done, guy.
Pitter patter.
Pitter patter. Pitter patter, get at her.
Exactly. I'm glad you got the reference.
Yo, that's Kenny.
Yes.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, we have actually some hopefully exciting stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. Uh, BOF and I are working on getting a website put together. So there'll be kind of a centralized location where you can get all things rolling heavy. So we're looking to post up our training plans, our progress, what are we doing? We'll have obviously the podcast on there, but links to all of our socials, and then just more about us, and it'll give kind of everybody a little bit more access to everything that we're doing, and um, some inside looks, I guess, at our journeys through jujitsu and I guess our overall fitness. So look for that, hopefully coming soon within the next couple of weeks, and beyond that. Um, we hit a pretty big milestone this week. Pretty big for us, I would say, in our itty bitty podcast. We hit 200 total downloads, a number I never thought we would hit. So, all of you that have been listening, thank you. That find us entertaining, we do appreciate it. And
Yes, we do.
and please, if you feel like we're entertaining, if there's something that uh, you think family, friends, your rolling partners, your gym would get a kick out of, please share us along. We really appreciate it. And really, we like talking about jujitsu and being our goofy selves. And every now and again, you get some rolling heavy after dark takes.
Hmm.
and just have some fun. We enjoy sharing it with everybody. I know I could talk about jujitsu forever. Um, there's just so much in it, and I mean we've only been doing it for like 5 months, so
Yep.
um, I love the sport. I love training the sport. I love making myself better to get better at the sport. So um, yeah, I'm happy to talk about it. I'm happy that there are people who find us entertaining and like to listen to us. So thanks to everyone.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate it very much.
And as always, if you have questions, if you have topics, if you have a word of the week you want us to throw in, or if you need an accountability buddy, please send us an email to rollandheavybjj@gmail.com, and we will do our best to answer your questions on a show and work in a topic and keep people accountable. So absolutely, please send that our way. And other than that, I think we're all good for tonight.
I think I want to tell my Matt joke.
Okay, tell your Matt joke.
so so kind of backstory to the Matt joke is obviously Big D. He ordered some mats to do some solo drills, right?
Yep,
And they showed up early, correct?
they did show up early. Showed up a
See,
day early.
they showed up a day early. I also ordered some mats. We're scheduled to be delivered tomorrow. They showed up early today. And this had a via text conversation with Big D yesterday. He's like, "Oh, cool, my mats showed up early today." I'm like, "Well, those mats are known to show up. Our mats are known for coming early because that's what they call it, premature." So
It's so
I
bad,
know
but I can't help
I
but
know I
chuckle
can't
at
hear
it.
it. I know it sounds like crickets, but there's giggles all over the world right now. So
Yes, there are. There are.
yeah.
And with that, I think we're gonna call it a night. Um,
hmm
you're welcome for that final thought from BOF.
You're welcome. Bedank.
Badank. And we will see you all on the mats.